The industry's really advanced in many ways. It's sort of built on innovation, pioneers with lots of great Kiwi ingenuity. But one of the things that's not very advanced is that they still rely entirely on wild caught spat. And that creates a bit of vulnerability in terms of whether that natural wild supply is going to turn up every year. And it also limits their opportunities to maximise the potential of the species and the farming. So our job really is to take control of the reproduction of the species, and once we do that, then we can choose the very best that nature has to offer and breed from those. The early life stages of most shellfish are incredibly sensitive to all sorts of things. So we need to provide just the right environment for them, produce the right food for them, keep their systems extremely clean. You've got to remember that in the wild they are playing a numbers game. One female mussel spawns 20, 30, 40 million eggs every time she spawns, and if she's lucky, one of those will survive to adulthood. So it's a very challenging biological process that we're trying to do in a quite an intensive way so that it can be affordable and economic. Mussels are awesomely green species. I really believe in that. So they eat phytoplankton right at the bottom of the food chain, and all of our processes are natural. We're just using temperature fluctuations to make them spawn. We're totally reliant on clean seawater to get them through their life stages in the hatchery. Yeah, I'm really proud of what our team's put together over the last year or so. It's not like you can go to a building company and say, could you please build me a shellfish hatchery, because there isn't one in New Zealand. There's a few overseas, but each species is a bit different. The methods we use are a bit different, so it was very much designed around what we'd learnt over the past 10 to 20 years and thinking about a lot of detail that's important in optimising our chances of getting those sensitive life stages through. I feel like we're at an exciting juncture, but still we've got a long way to go. So we can produce mussels at a certain scale. We've built this facility because now it's time to prove we can do that consistently, and we can scale it up to the sort of numbers that we need to make a real difference to industry. So we're hoping to produce enough, or produce the methods to provide about 10% of the industry spat within the next couple of years, and if that method development goes well, then we're going to step it up about threefold after that. So in 5 years' time we hope to be able to produce enough spat for about 30% of current day industry. So at the moment our project's 100% focused on green shell mussel, but the platform of capability and the facility that we've built is something that can support all filter feeding shellfish culture. So mussels are a lot like scallops, are a lot like oysters, are a lot like geoduck in terms of the sorts of facilities and the sorts of expert staff that you need to grow them in a hatchery. So once we've got the mussel thing rolled out, then I'm sure there'll be other challenges in other parts of the shellfish world.